There's some line we hear quite a lot from Mr. Corbyn about a race to the bottom, of what he regards as the danger of a low-tax economy, low regulation. He said there, if you reduce corporation tax to the lowest common denominator, I assume by that he means to the very low levels you may get in Ireland or Singapore or countries like that, this country loses £120 billion in revenue. Do you agree with that?
Well, I think what he's trying to say is there is a vision that was hinted at by Philip Hammond that the UK could somehow become a tax haven off the coast of Europe.
Or a low-tax economy, that's different.
Well, what Philip Hammond was clearly signalling was that we would be prepared to have a very different type of economy in this country to one that we've ever had previously.
But would we lose 120 billion in revenues if we slash corporation tax?
I don't think we're just talking about corporation
No, but that's
tax.
what he was talking about in his question.
Philip Hammond is talking about...
No, I'm asking you about about what Mr. Corbyn asked the Prime Minister.
What we're trying to say is that the vision for the UK economy, which looks like a tax haven off the coast of Europe, is something that we will oppose.
All right. How could we lose 120 billion if we slash corporation tax when total corporation tax revenues are under 50 billion?
Well, it isn't just about corporation tax.
He said if you... let's just go. He said if you reduce corporation tax to the lowest common denominator, which is not get rid of it altogether, but make it really low, the country loses 120 billion. How can you lose 120 billion if it takes in under 50?
Jeremy says that he does not want to undo the way that our economy has functioned for the last, since the Second World War.
Yeah, but what's the answer to my question?
This is the economy that supports our public services, the taxation that pays for our health services. That's very important.
In what way? In what way would being
oppose getting rid of that?
I understand all that. The figures don't add up. I see you've just managed to sideline them. In what way would being more like Singapore be a race to the bottom?
Because if we change the economic consensus that we've had in this country, which supports our public services, that provides the tax revenue...
No, you've said that, but why would being like Singapore be a race to the bottom?
There are pensions, there's our health services, our free education system, free healthcare at the point of need.
But why would that be a race to the...
in this country.
Do you know what per capita incomes are in Singapore?
That you do not have in Singapore.
Oh, well, hold on. Per capita incomes in Singapore are $80,000 a year. They're 42,000 in the UK. Why is that a race to the bottom? It's got the second highest life expectancy in the world, much higher than Britain. Unemployment, 2%. Youth unemployment, 7%, less than half of ours. Why is that a race to the bottom?
Singapore is a very different society. They have different
But Labour has said that's what you have in mind.
Services. We want to protect our public services and we want proper investment. We've had a big debate in the last couple of weeks about social care, about local government, about the health service. You cannot provide those services in the way that this country has enjoyed and the way that we say that we want to continue to enjoy if you fundamentally change the economic model.
I want to move on, but just fundamentally, would being more like Singapore, given these statistics, be a race to the bottom?
I think it would be a race to the bottom.
What, to have the second highest life expectancy in the world?
We're a very different country. Singapore...
Yes, we have much higher life expectancy, higher unemployment and much lower per capita income.